Aloha! Make sure we're in tune. Make sure I'm in tune. Wonderful. So, continuance of last week, but the concept still rings true. When we're playing a G major, it is easier to play an E minor right here, rather than to form the other E minor, which would be formed by playing what we know as a D major, going all the way up to an E, and then flipping over to the minor. See how doing that would require us to jump? When we play a G major that goes like that, it would make sense to play a G major like this, mute that note, and then jump to this note to hit the minor. But that's not really the best way in the phrasing. So what we do is we learn how to play the root and then the relative minor. So our case and example today that was a lot easier would be like the F major, or I'm sorry, the F minor and the A major. If A major is right here, it would make sense to move our fingers up here and play that as a bar chord, which would give us our F sharp minor. So when we can go, we can go between chords and not jump around the fretboard. What we'll find is when we get to a place where we're not playing our G major here, and we're more or less playing our G major like this, you will find that the melodies that we use they basically frame themselves where the melodies move. So if we're doing like a to a D major, that works there. But if I'm doing a G major and my floating line isn't a walk down to the note that's already in there, and it's more like a, it would make a lot of sense to know where our E minor is in relativity to that G major to do the same thing. And keep that movement, that melody still going. So those are just chord ideas, and moving your fingers around the fretboard will get a little easier when we start seeing these tactically as being E flat major and then C minor are super close to each other, you know? And then the F sharp, we could go to the F major, making an F minor, right? F major, F minor. We move these around and put our fingers there, that F sharp minor should look similar to the F minor. And then the relativity of the F minor, right there, right? And then what is F minor the minor of? A flat. So when we move our fingers up to right there, that's our A flat. So do we have to memorize the F minor and A flat are together and the A major and F sharp minor are together? No, but kind of doing one helps with the other for sure. Okay, so the other thing that we're going to try and do right here, and then I'd like you to incorporate with your playing partners, your daughter, and the group you play with, and then just with us when we start playing these couple rounds together, we're going to be playing where I'll be playing banjo or guitar for you and have you doing melody leads over the top as if you're playing in a session. So that will also help to hear a different instrument over the top of what you're doing. But till the time where we split off and I'm not playing Mando with you, the concept is follow what I do here, try and replicate it, and then make it your own. Dig it? So when we go through the process of seeing something like this, if we're doing a G major to a D minor to a C major to an F major, we would have G major to a D minor to a C major to an F major, back to G to D minor, C major to F major. So let's say that this is the melody and everybody's just hanging out on it. Underneath I hear the rhythm doing like a boom, boom, chicka, 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 boom. Already you could tell that my rhythm has started dividing. G rest, G rest, G rest, G rest, G rest, C rest, C. What am I doing? The other time I was doing full notes. giving myself kind of a chuck rest. Eighth note, eighth note, eighth note, eighth note, eighth note, eighth note. No, eighth note, 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 eighth note. So what we're doing now is I'm just subdividing all these beats so you hear it as a chuck, but what I'm counting is one and. When I see that function, I can do and, or I can do and E. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is highlighting the 1 or dropping the 1 beat. If we have 1, 2, 3, bucket, we're waiting for the 1 and, so we've got 8 note. Let's add a beat and have a triplet. Triplet. Let's do a triplet with a quarter and a half. Triplet, quarter, 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 half. And you see how when we go back to the original, all those different subdivisions really add to something. So that last one, triplet, quarter, half, is a great one for Bower. That the long drawn out when you give it a triplet. That triplet on top of the long bow sounds great, and they will notice it. So we'll go over a couple different concepts like this, but the counting is the most important thing. So start counting in 1 E and a, 2 E and a, and it's exactly what you think. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 5. That's the way that we count these eighth notes together in groupings of 4. 1 E and a. Other than that, we could do 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E, the 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1 E, 2 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 1 E and a, 2 We can subdivide and split those up in a multitude of different ways, but we need to know how to count it first. Anyways, good seeing you this week, and I'll see you next week. Aloha.